Imagine you're walking through a forest at night. You hear a branch snap behind you. Your heart suddenly starts pounding. Your breathing becomes faster. Your hands feel strange. Your chest tightens. You look around, but you can't see anything. For a few seconds, your entire body feels like something terrible is about to happen. Then you realize there is nothing there. The forest is quiet. The danger is gone. But your body is still screaming that you're in danger. Today, we might recognize an experience like this as a panic attack. But here's the strange question. Did ancient humans experience the same thing? Could a prehistoric hunter suddenly feel overwhelming fear without knowing why? Could their heart race? Could they struggle to breathe? Could they feel dizzy, shaky, trapped, or convinced that death was about to happen? We obviously can't ask them. Ancient humans left no medical records describing what they felt inside their bodies. But their brains, their nervous systems, and their basic survival machinery were remarkably similar to ours. And that gives us an important clue. Panic itself probably isn't a modern invention, because the system that creates panic is much older than civilization. Imagine yourself thousands of years ago. You are a prehistoric stickman living with a small group. There are no hospitals nearby, no emergency services, no phones, no one carrying a medical textbook. Your survival depends on noticing danger quickly. A predator appears. Your body reacts before you have time to think. Your heart beats harder. Your breathing accelerates. Blood is redirected toward your muscles. Your attention becomes intensely focused. Your body prepares to run or fight. This is the famous fight or flight response, and it is incredibly useful. If a predator is actually charging towards you, you don't want to calmly analyze the situation. You want your body to act immediately. The problem is, the alarm system doesn't need a real predator to activate. It only needs to believe there might be one. And that difference changes everything. Your brain is constantly predicting what might happen next. It listens for sounds. It watches movement. It monitors your body. It searches for anything unusual. Most of the time, you never notice it. But when your brain detects a possible threat, the alarm can switch on almost instantly. And sometimes it can be wrong. Imagine an ancient human sleeping beside a fire. The camp is quiet. Everyone else is asleep. Suddenly, a strange noise comes from the darkness. The person's eyes open. Their heart begins racing. They sit upright. Their breathing becomes faster. Every part of their body is preparing for danger. Maybe there is a predator. Maybe another group is approaching. Maybe nothing is there at all. The body doesn't know yet. It reacts first. Then the person sees the source of the sound. A branch falling from a tree. The danger was imaginary, but the physical reaction was completely real. This is one of the most important things to understand about panic. Your body doesn't need proof before it reacts. It reacts to possibility. And that makes sense from an evolutionary perspective. Imagine two ancient humans hearing the same sound. One thinks, probably nothing. The other thinks, what if it's a predator? If there really is a predator, the second person may react faster. If there isn't, they simply experienced a few seconds of unnecessary fear. Evolution can tolerate false alarms. What it cannot tolerate very well is missing a real threat. That creates a powerful bias. Better to react too early than too late. And this may help explain why our alarm system can sometimes become overwhelming. Because the same system that saved ancient humans from predators can also trigger when there is no immediate physical danger. Today, a person might feel panic in a crowded room, during a stressful conversation, while driving, on an airplane, or even while sitting quietly at home. There may be no predator, no enemy, no cliff, no wildfire. And yet, the body can react as if something terrible is happening. The heart races. The chest feels tight. Breathing changes. The person may feel dizzy. They may sweat. Their hands may shake. They may feel detached from their surroundings. And sometimes a terrifying thought appears. What is happening to me? That thought can make the alarm even stronger. The body creates strange sensations. The brain notices them. The brain interprets those sensations as danger. That interpretation creates more fear. More fear creates stronger physical sensations, and suddenly the alarm is feeding itself. This creates a frightening loop, and ancient humans may have been vulnerable to similar biological reactions. But there is an important difference. Their world contained many genuine dangers. A racing heart in the forest might actually mean something. A sudden burst of fear could save your life. Modern humans live in a world where many threats are psychological or social. You can worry about losing your job, being judged, failing an exam, embarrassing yourself, getting rejected, being trapped in traffic, or receiving bad news. Your brain can treat these situations as important threats, even though they aren't the same as being chased by a predator. The alarm system doesn't always care about the source of the danger. It cares about the possibility of danger. And humans are exceptionally good at imagining possibilities. That ability is one of our greatest strengths. It helped our ancestors plan hunts, remember dangerous locations, predict weather, prepare for winter, avoid enemies, and teach children what to fear. But the same imagination can also create threats that aren't physically present. This is where ancient and modern humans may have shared something surprisingly important. Fear can exist before danger arrives. You don't need to see the predator. You only need to imagine that it might be nearby. A prehistoric human could hear movement in the darkness and imagine an animal approaching. A modern human could feel their heartbeat faster and imagine something is seriously wrong. In both cases, the brain is trying to answer the same question: am I in danger? And sometimes it answers yes too quickly. But could ancient humans actually have had full panic attacks? This is where we need to be careful. We cannot diagnose people who lived thousands of years ago. There are no surviving descriptions of their exact symptoms. And not every episode of intense fear would qualify as a modern panic attack. A sudden fear response to a predator is not necessarily a panic attack. It could simply be a normal survival response. Modern medicine usually distinguishes between expected fear and unexpected episodes of intense panic. That distinction is difficult to apply to ancient humans. So we shouldn't claim that prehistoric people definitely had panic disorder. But we can say something more reasonable. The biological machinery capable of producing intense panic almost certainly existed. The nervous system was already there. The fight or flight response was already there. The brain circuits involved in detecting threats were already there. And humans were already capable of experiencing powerful emotions. So the ingredients existed, even if the modern label did not. And there may have been situations where those systems misfired. Think about a smoke alarm. Its job is to detect fire. If it works perfectly, it stays silent when everything is safe, and screams when there is smoke. But imagine an alarm that reacts to toast. The alarm isn't evil. It isn't broken in the sense that it has no purpose. It is simply reacting too strongly to something that isn't actually dangerous. Your brain can behave in a similar way. The alarm system evolved to protect you, but it can sometimes interpret harmless sensations, thoughts, or situations as threats. And once the alarm begins, the sensations themselves can become frightening. Your heart beats faster. You notice it. You think, why is my heart racing? That thought creates more fear. The heart beats even faster. You notice your breathing. You wonder, why can't I breathe normally? The fear increases again. The alarm becomes louder. Not because a predator is attacking, but because your brain is interpreting your own body's response as evidence of danger. This creates one of the strangest features of panic. The fear can become its own source of fear. So, when we imagine ancient humans, we shouldn't picture emotionless survival machines. They weren't simply hunting, eating, sleeping, and running from predators. They had brains capable of fear, curiosity, excitement, grief, attachment, anticipation, and probably many of the complicated emotional experiences that make humans human. The details of their inner lives are lost to history, but their nervous systems were not completely different from ours. That means the next time your body suddenly reacts with overwhelming fear, remember something. Your heart is not trying to betray you. Your breathing is not your enemy. Your brain is not necessarily telling you that something terrible is happening. It may simply be doing what it evolved to do: searching for danger, predicting what happens next, and preparing your body to survive. Thousands of years ago, that alarm might have meant a predator was hiding in the darkness. Today, sometimes there is nothing in the darkness at all. The alarm can still sound, because evolution gave humans something incredibly powerful: a brain capable of imagining danger before danger arrives. And sometimes that ancient gift can become a modern burden. But it is also a reminder: the fear you feel does not make you weak. It means your body is trying to protect you. A system built for survival can occasionally become too sensitive. And that system has been with humanity for a very, very long time.